OFX, what's popping? So, solid week this week, man. 10 trades were called out. These are all of the results right here. And this is the result. So, we had 10 wins, 0 losses, all with 10 to 1s. And it was a solid week, man. So, trades that we called out on AUD we can see price drop. Multiple failures right here. Another big drop, another lower high. And then we have this channel coming back up, big strong wick rejections, okay? And then price just kept making lower highs right here, had a big break out of the channel, and I said, okay, we're gonna take sells off of this resistance level, and then price ended up dropping just a little bit, just enough. Stop was above the high, just enough to give us a TP. And then on AUD USD, price is very, very bearish, big drop, very, very good momentum, and we just continuation, and we just continued with the trend. Sell off this resistance level, stop above the high, boom, that's it. Same thing on this. The reason why all of these are like this is because I was going through and I was doing this whole thing right here, so that's why it's all like that. Now in the weekly, we see that prices rejected this level forever, and big strong pushes to the upside, and then just breaks the structure, momentum, all the same shit. Break retest right here, boom, solid trade. Break retest right here, continuation. That was literally it. And then on this one I was honestly a little hesitant to take. It didn't look that great, but I still took it. But that's the power of negative risk reward, is that you can really, win trades when a lot of times, you really wouldn't. The entries don't have to be spectacular just because you're going for such a small profit target. But we see that price is ranging right here, going really back and forth. We had a strong push to the downside. And then we broke out of this channel, lower high, strong push. Another lower high formed right here, strong push. Took sells right there. Price went to like right here something. This whole thing was after it touched. But yeah, that was that. NJ was a beautiful trade. You can see price is going down. Price is going down, multiple failures right here, push down, multiple failures here, push down, lower high, push down, lower high. The same thing, man. We rinse and repeat. It probably gets pretty boring and monotonous, me describing all this stuff, but it is what it is, and this is how we trade. Push down, and then push down right here, then boom. Super tuck off. Beautiful trade. Sniper entry, if you want to call it that. This is where the entry was. Normally you'd be down here, but it was up here because I saw it a little bit late. EJ, you can see big push. Price lower high, push down, lower high, push down, lower high, push down, lower high. The same thing. And then we just had a big breakdown below this previous level and came up and hit it. And now it's consolidating and going back and forth. EA, we sold at this level of resistance. I sold a little bit higher. Normally would have sold right there, but sold a little bit higher. And then price came down and wicked it. What I saw was just that price had this big push. Price struggled to get back up. Came down, lower high, pushed down, and then created this level of resistance, came back up to it. Boom, that's what it was. CHF JPY, we had 2 trades on it this week. Big breaker structure, lower high, pushing down, multiple breaks or retests along the way, like right here and right here. And then we caught this one. Oops. We caught this one. Price came, boom, tapped it, and then came all the way down. Entry was supposed to be right here, but we saw it a little bit late. Came down, boom, hit it, just like that. And that's all the trades that we had this week. Now the comparison. The winner was a 1-3. Surprising. That's super surprising to me. But it was 1-3. Last week it was a negative 3%. Week before that was negative 3%. The overall standings, I don't know. I'll probably do it at the end of every month. I'll just look at what performed the best, and we'll do that for the whole year, 12 months. But besides that one, 10-1 performed the best. Last week, a 5-1 performed the best, and the runner-up was a 10-1 or a 20-1 was the second best. And let's see, what was the best? The 1-1, and then the second was 2-1. Oh, it tied. I didn't even know that. 1-1 stop profit, and the second best was a tie with a 1-2 and a 2-1. So, yeah, so far, man, I think I honestly think my theory is confirmed at this point. I think, again, the theory is that all of these things will add up to be roughly right around the same amount of money, no matter what. And, if you had 10 different people who took 10 different risk rewards, but they all took the exact same trades, like they all came on my Telegram, took every single trade that I called out, but they all did it with, one guy was a 1-1, one guy was a 1-10, one guy was a 10-1 like me, one guy was a 50-1, maybe not a 50-1, but 10-1, and all the ones that I'm doing here, I think if you did all of those different ones, and you had 7 different people or 8 different people, because it's 8 different things, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you had 8 different people who took all these different risk rewards and they did it all with these same exact trades, I honestly think after a 5-year span, I think they would all end up to be roughly right around the same amount of money. And I don't say 1 year because you can have a year where like a 1-3 just fucking kills it, and you just have a 30% win rate that year. But then the next 2 years it could be a 27% win rate, and it's like doing mediocre. The same way with a 1-1, it could have a 60% this year, and then the next year it could be 51. So that's why I say like a long term thing of like 5 years. I honestly think they would all pan out to be exactly what you think. I think the 1-1 sometimes would have like 1 year out of the 5 years that might have a 60% win rate, but the majority of the years I think it would be 51 to 52, 53. Just like I think the 10-1 would be 95 to 97. Just like the 20-1 would probably be a 99 every year, and the 1-3 would float between 25 to 27, 28 every year. I think it would all be just like that. And I think the higher you go, the more inconsistent the months would be, but out of the entire year you might have 2 to 3 months that kill it, whereas and that takes you up to be profitable for that year. Whereas the lower you go, you make a little bit every single month, but it's very, very consistent. Like a 20-1, you take 30 trades a month, you're probably going to win every single one of those for months and months in a row. You might have one loss that sets you back, and I think it's exactly what I think it is. But it's a fun experiment, and I like making these videos every week just to show you guys, like, hey, this is what I called out. Excuse me, this is what I called out, and this is just an experiment that I like running, and you guys can see week to week, oh, he took these trades, and this is how this performed, and it's kind of just like it's a cool idea. I wish I would have did it last year. I didn't think about it, but it's a cool thing just to show. This is the back and forth of trading. This is how trading goes. This is how back and forth it is. This is how inconsistent it can be. Like if you're taking 1-3s, man, you would be -3% in 3 weeks. Because -3, -3, and then you'd be -4. If you take 10-1s, you'd be up a little bit. But that doesn't say that 6 months from now 1-3s won't be higher. It could be. Who knows? But yeah, man, that's it. OFX out.